Dear students, yesterday we studied what is a demand schedule and what is a demand curve. And also we studied law of demands. And in demand analysis, there are two variables. What are the variables in a demand analysis? Price and demands. Right, price and demands. Then, Ahil Peter, do you notice any relationship between price and demand? Or does demand change due to change in price? Okay, very good. When price increases, demand falls. When price falls, demand increases. There is a functional relationship that exists between demand and price or price and demand. This is called demand function. This is called demand function. And this demand function can be written as Q is a function of price. Q is a function of price. This is the general form of demand function. Because here there are two variables, Q is demand and price, P is price. And in every function there would be dependent variable and independent variable. The variable that depends upon the changes of other variable is called dependent variable. In this function, Q depends on change in price. So Q is called a dependent variable and price is called independent variable. Clear? Even though there are many factors affecting demand in economy or demand analysis, we consider all other non-price factors remains constant. So the factor affecting demand we consider only price. And now there are two types of demand function: non-linear and linear demand function. Now let us see, first we study non-linear demand function. Suppose the demand of a commodity and demand and price of a commodity is given on a demand schedule, and we are drawing the demand curve of this demand schedule, right? And usually in a demand function, Q is function of price. Dependent variable taken on x-axis and independent variable price is taken on y-axis. Here demands. Dependent variable is demand, here it is price. Demand, the largest demand is 40. So we take 1 centimeter as 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Then price 5. Maximum price is 5. So take 1 centimeter as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then take the first pair of price and demand. At price 2, demand is 40. Then at price 3, demand is 25. At price 4, demand is 20. At price demand is 18. These are the demands for points, and join these points by a freehand curve. And in this case, when we drew the demand curve, we got a curved demand curve. When the demand curve or points do not lie on a straight line, we call this demand function as non-linear. the demand function is non-linear. That means demand function is said to be non-linear when a proportionate change in price does not lead to equal proportionate change in demand. We call it as a non-linear demand function. And the demand curve of such demand function would be a curved one or do not lie on a straight line. This we can say that the demand function between price and demand is non-linear because it falls on not on a straight line. Clear? And now we study linear demand function. Linear demand function. Linear demand function can be written in the form of an equation. Q is equal to A minus BP. A minus BP. Here Q is the demand, P is the price. Clear? This is dependent variable and P is independent variable. And there are two other alphabet A and B. These are called parameters of the equation. A and B are called parameters of the equation and they do not change. That will be given for a particular person or a particular consumer. This A and these parameters determine the position and slope of the demand curve. A determines the position and B decides or gives the slope of the demand curve. Clear? And in a demand function this is called dependent variable and this is called independent variable. A and B are called parameters and A determines the position of the demand curve and B decides the slope of the demand curve. When we do an example, it would be more clear to you. Suppose the demand function of a commodity called of one student, that is HUMR, is Q is 20 minus 2P. 20 minus 2P. 20 minus 2P. It is the demand function of HUMR. This may not be the same for all consumers. That may vary. It is only a linear demand function of a consumer HUMR. And this is called A, this is called B, this is price and this is demand. Then how can we draw a demand curve? And this shows first draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Clear? And these are called, as I told you, this is called A and this B. A and B are called parameters of the equation that do not change. And this is dependent variable, demand is taken on x-axis. And independent variable price is taken on y-axis. Then this A determines the x-intercept of the demand curve, 20. X-intercept. X-intercept, that is 20. And the y-intercept is A divided by B. A divided by B. A is 20, B is 2. That is 20 divided by 2, that is equal to 10. That is it. This is called the x-intercept. X-intercept is the point where the demand line touches the x-axis, and y-intercept is the point where demand curve touches the y-axis. So x-intercept is 20. X-intercept is 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Then y-intercept is 10. 5, 10. We are drawing the demand curve of HUMR for a particular commodity. And this is called the x-intercept. This is called the y-intercept. Join this line by a straight line. We get the demand curve of HUMR. Linear. All the points fall on this straight line. Fall on this straight line. This is called linear demand function. Linear demand function. Now let us see the demand of HUMR, and this is the A, and this is called A divided by B, where A determines the position of the demand curve and B shows the slope of the demand curve. Here the slope of this demand curve is -2. -2. That means minus sign is given because it is a negative demand curve. Negative curve. Negative curve. Clear? And now let us see, calculate the demand of this HUMR at price demand price 2, 4, 6. What is the demand of this consumer HUMR? Then just substitute the price 2 in this formula. The demand function of HUMR is 20 minus 2p. 20 minus 2p. At price 2, what is the demand of HUMR? Just substitute the value for price here. 2 by 2. What is the demand? 20 minus 4. That is 20 minus 2 into 2, 4. 20 minus 4 is equal to 16. 16. Then what is his demand when price increases to 4? Just substitute the value P as 4. Then what is demand at rupees 4? 20 minus 2 into 4. 2 into 4, 8. 20 minus 8, that is 12. Then what is the demand of this consumer at price 6? At price 6. 6 into 2, 12. 20 minus 12, that is 8. 8. This is his demand. This is his demand. When we plot this price and demand at rupees 2, suppose 2, the demand is 16. At rupees 2, demand is 16. At rupees 4, demand is 12. At rupees 6, demand is 8. Demand is 8. And all these points fall on this straight line. This is called linear demand function. And the equation for linear demand function, general equation is Q is equal to A minus BP, where A and B are parameters that determine the position and the slope of the demand curve, and Q is dependent variable taken on x-axis, P is independent variable taken on y-axis. Clear? This is called the linear. This is called the linear demand function. This is called the linear demand function. Suppose let us do another example. Another example of linear demand function. Suppose the linear demand function of another student, Amrita, is Q is equal to 10 minus 1p. Calculate his demand when price is 8, 6, 4, 20. Calculate his demand and we can calculate demand of Amrita at these prices. At rupees 8, what is her demand? Just substitute P as 8. 1 into 8, that is 8 into 1, 8, 10 minus 8, that is 2, demand is 2. Then at rupees 6, what is her demand? 1 into 6, 10 minus 6, that is 4. Then at rupees 4, 4 into 1, 4, 10 minus 4, 6. Does Amrita demand anything at rupees 20 when price 20? Does she demand anything? Just to give here it is 20. 20 into 1, 20. 10 minus 20. Minus 10, that means she does not demand anything. Her demand is 0. Clear? When we draw this price and demand on a curve, we get a straight line demand curve. That means it is a linear demand function. I hope all you understood two types of demand function: non-linear demand function and a linear demand function. This is very important. Linear demand function. The general form of linear demand function is Q is a minus Bp, and this may vary from customer or consumer to consumer. For a particular consumer, this may be 10 minus 1p. Another consumer, it may be 5 minus Bp. Clear? Okay, thank you.